Drafting with Numot.
Hello, here we are for an M20 core set draft again. What do we got this time? Our rare being the Atemsis, the all-seeing 4/5 flyer for 6. Pretty good rare, bomb certainly. The looting ability is going to be much more relevant here than winning the game by dealing damage, but that's just a very good card overall. Secondary card, probably Cloud Conceer, best card in the pack, so maybe a little bit awkward that I'm passing another blue card, but can't really pass a Temses. And there's like a Reduce to Ashes, Spitfire, but we're just going to slam the 4/5 flyer here and pass Cloud Conceer and be sad about it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I don't think I'm taking a blue card here to follow up. The one blue card in the pack, Sleep Paralysis, is a fine card, though not super exciting. I think better picks here are going to be either the Agonizing Siphon or the Ancestral Blade. And I've been really impressed with Blade. I think this card has just gone continuously up and up in my opinion. And especially if I end up going like blue-white flyers, then the Blade is especially good. But I've been very happy with Blade in all of my white decks. Even though I don't think white is a particularly good color, I think it's a good early pickup, because especially if you're able to go into, say, something like blue-white flyers, then it really pays dividends. So I think this is probably the best card in the pack, and I don't mind taking it even though it's what I consider to be in the worst color, white. But a fine start overall. I've been really having fun forcing like Fairy Miscreant decks. Now I know that's not something that you should necessarily force, but man, I've had decks that ended with like 5, 6 Fairy Miscreants, and then you just go off from there. But all right, pick 3 of the first pack, and we have nothing but good white cards here. We have a Griffin Protector, a good flyer, Herald of the Sun, another good flyer, and then Eternal Isolation, which is a fine removal spell, though not pacifism level good. We're just going to take the Herald here. Another top end card seems fine. Pumps up your other flyers as well. Our rare being the Shared Summons, which I think is another very good card, but I think Herald here is just going to be the easy pick. Okay, now we have the choice between Fencing Ace and Metropolis Sprite. Both solid pickups. I think I'm just going to lean on the Ace here, as I don't necessarily have to be playing blue. We might not see many blue cards after the fact. And it does look like white is somewhat open. Pulse of Marasa here as well. But yeah, happy to take Fencing Ace, especially after already getting that Ancestral Blade. For example, I could go red-white, where Goblin Smuggler is a very solid card. Pair along with Fencing Ace or anything else like that. I think I'm going to stay white for now, though, and just take the Griffin Sentinel, another fine flyer. Passing Mammoth Spider, which might be the best card in the pack. And then Smuggler, but let's try to stay on this route and see what that can lead to, as we get an Audacious Thief 6th pick. Okay, I think that is certainly a big signal, as Audacious Thief is one of the better commons in the set, for sure. Maybe right behind like Murder quality, honestly. And black-white is a good color combination. Usually it has to do with life gain, but can't really pass a Thief here, even though we do lose out on a very good sideboard card. So take the Thief. And now we can take Boneclad Necro, which is a good one. Noxious Grasp, another good solid removal spell, sideboard card. Inspiring Captain, okay. When Noxious Grasp is good, it's very good. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that here for sideboard over Boneclad Necro. Okay, some random few picks here. We're seeing all of the good sideboard cards, right? All the color hoses, Fry, Noxious Grasp, Either Gust. I think we passed that, the white one. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, like Devout Cry or something. But we've seen them all. Don't really care for Moorland Inquisitor, but I've actually been impressed with Heartpiercer Bow as a sideboard card. So I think I'm going to take that. And just probably get the Inspiring Captain here. Again, not locked into any color, really. There's a Blood Burglar though, solid 2-drop. What I like to do is take like Blood Burglars and Audacious Thieves and then pick up the Fathom Fleet Cutthroats, as it really lets you push in your creatures. Same thing with Blade Brand, just lets your early creatures that your opponent wants to trade with attack into bigger creatures. So good pickup there. As we get a Mind Rot over a Duress, another Blade Brand, Feral Abomination. Yeah, so it looks like we're cutting our Temses, the first pick. We really didn't see much blue after the fact, and so I think jumping into a different color seems fine. Obviously, I could open another random blue rare here that's very, very good, but if the color's not open, unless you're trying to force something, then it's probably best to just play the game of taking what's available to you. Very good pack here for us. For pack 2, we have a Gorging Vulture, Audacious Thief number 2, God's Willing, another Fencing Ace, and then a Murder, which I think has just got to be the pick. Basically the best common in the set. Can't think of anything better at common. We are passing a lot of white and black cards, but we should almost certainly wheel something here, right? There's just no way that Fencing Ace, God's Willing, Thief, Sentry, Vulture, Axe, and Caves is somehow all gone, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, technically, if only black and white cards are taken, I guess I don't wheel anything, but hard to not just take the Murder there. And pick up an Angel of Vitality now. We don't really have the not the mind control, the life gain yet, but it's not going to be hard to pick it up later. And worst case scenario, this is a 3-mana 2/2 flyer in white. As we pass Scoured Barrens, which does gain 2 life if you have Angel. Skeleton, fine if you pick up some like Bone Splinters, another Sentinel. Angel of Vitality, nice one there. Wow, this is the blue-white card I was looking for, the Empyrean Eagle. Now, obviously, we're not playing blue anymore, but this is the dream card to pick up in your blue-white flyers deck. Here, we just pick up a Dawning Angel, which is another fine one. 3/2 flyer for 5, gains 4 life when it enters. And passing like a Raptor, Epic here, no big deal. Angel, the better card here. Ooh, and another Angel of Vitality. Okay, so now we're kind of doing it for sure. With double Angel of Vitality, I'm going to start looking at picking up like Soul Menders a little bit higher, potentially. We should wheel one out of that earlier pack. So I pass another Dawning Angel. Corpse Knight now, pretty good. Awesome. The black-white multicolored card. Funny, printed as a 2/3 in paper in some locations, apparently. I know people are making a big deal about that. I don't know how that even happens. It's like locality-based. It was printed as a 2/3 in paper, and so if you did open one as a 2/3, they just told you to play it as a 2/2. Leyline of Sanctity, Fathomfleet Cutthroat, Glaring Aegis. Fathomfleet Cutthroat is the card I was talking about. I do already have double Bladebrand now, so it's not as necessary, but I think it's still a good pickup. Gauntlets of Light, okay with something like Griffin Sentinel, but I'd rather just take the creature here. Wow! That's insane to me. I think Ancestral Blade is just such a powerful uncommon that getting 2 of them is really, really good. That's going to make all of our creatures just that much more potent. That was a great pickup. Take another Inspiring Captain here over Battalion Foot Soldier. Even if I ended up with like 4 of these, I don't think I'd be playing those. And Captain's fine. Okay, as expected, we did wheel a number of white cards here. And I'm just going to take the Ace at this point. With Double Blade and Bladebrand, Inspiring Captain and whatnot, I think the Fencing Ace is just too good in my deck. Even though Soul Mender with double Angel Vitality taps to gain 2 life, I think we'd rather just have the Ace. I don't think I'm going to be playing another Griffin Sentinel, so let's just take a random Stone Golem for potential sideboard. Disenchant sideboard. Glaring Aegis, good with the Fencing Aces, so we'll probably play that. Don't need his 3rd Inspiring Captain, so another bow is nice. 2 bows. Very, very good, powerful sideboard plan if the opponent's running a smaller creature deck. But yeah, looking good so far. Black's not been super open. I think white has been. You'll notice I don't really have that many black cards, so if I really wanted to, I could have still gone blue-white, for example, but I think this is a good place to be. At the very least, our white is great. We have a lot of redundancy, right? 2 Fencing Ace, 2 Blades, 2 Angels, 2 Inspiring Captains. Again, I think the double Ancestral Blade is really going to do some work here. Okay, that was basically the only card we were missing out of white as we get our pack 3 here. Pacifism's a nice one. What else are we passing? Gauntlets of Light, which I think is okay. Not amazing, but fine. Aerial Assault. Again, fine, not amazing by any means. So easy pacifism here. Probably not going to wheel too much, but we don't need too many cards to round out our deck anyways, so good place to be. Ooh, yeah. Man, I really like Blood for Bones. This is one of my favorite cards in the set, if not my favorite card in the set. It's just so much value. That being said, we do have a good pattern matcher here, as we have multiple duplicates. We also have another pacifism. And I think I'm probably going to go with the pacifism, number 2, over Blood for Bones. Just because I'm a little bit lacking in the removal department, and even though Blood for Bones is certainly amazing, I think we just need to take the removal there. Brought back, don't think this rare is playable. Don't like Aerial Assault, let's just take the Moment of Heroism. Pretty good combat trick in our deck with the double Ace and the double Angel of Vitality, so easy pickup there for me. Ooh, mama! Now there's a pack for you. Wow, there are like 4 cards I want here. Knight, Burglar, Splinters, Epicure, and Griffin. Pretty hard to pass up a 1-drop that just wins the game. This card is so busted. It's been being played in Standard now. People are playing in their Vampire decks. Just a very, very good 1-drop. Okay. I guess I'm taking a 7/7 flying lifelink that gives all my other flyers indestructible. Yes, please. Actually, I have enough flyers that I can actually cast it for its alternate cost at some points too. That's kind of funny. As we get a Gruesome Scourger or a Boneclad Necromancer to round things off. Let's take the Boneclad. Not a big fan of Squad Captain, but Boneclad's kind of nice. Okay, another Blood Burglar or Marauder's Axe now. What am I cutting out of this deck? Like maybe Mind Rot, maybe Inspiring Captain. I think the Axe is actually what we want here, right? With double Ace and a lot of flyers, I think the Axe to push through might be a little bit better than Blood Burglar number 2. But both of those cards are good. I suppose I can get Griffin Sentinel. No, but Griffin Sentinel is also good with all these pump effects. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to take the Axe and maybe cut the Blade Brand. Gosh, we get the Griffin Protector too? We're just getting literal everything. I guess Daybreak Chaplain is also a fine play with all this pump. So is the Gauntlets of Light. I just don't even know. We have too many playables. Skeleton for sideboard's good. I'm not going to main deck the Aerial Assault, but it's a fine sideboard. Another Disenchant. Okay, wow. Our deck really came together. I think I might just end up cutting these Inspiring Captains altogether. And I think we can cut the Glaring Aegis. We don't need that. This is the least, or rather the most vulnerable of our pump effects if I were to run it right. Because Ancestral Blade makes a creature and its equipment, so it sticks around. So does the Marauder's Axe. So let's cut the Aegis and add maybe a Blade Brand, maybe a Chaplain. How's our curve looking? Pretty good. These are basically creatures as well. Yeah, I probably don't even need the Chaplain. I guess I'd rather just have a Blade Brand. There's another trick. All right, I mean, this ended up really nice. I think white for sure was super open, and I'm glad I jumped into it, even though I think it's the worst color. Black might not have been as open, but because we have so many white cards, we were able to build a good deck out of it anyways. So I think I like going 9-8 here still in favor of 10-7, as I really don't need that many white sources. And yeah, let's ship this. Go to round 1. Alrighty, here we are for round 1 of this core set draft. We are on the draw. And I do have a very land-heavy hand, but man, I can't really pass up a turn 1 Knight of the Ebon hand. Card is just way too good. Very possible that this card just single-handedly wins the game for us if the opponent can't deal with it. It's just so hard to block, and it's a 1-drop. Like, what kind of 1-drop is this? Not fair. That's the answer. Another land, not the best draw. Can almost cast our Sephara already. Kind of gross. Not in the good way either. So we drew a Corpse Knight. Good draw. I could actually pump up my dude with Moment of Heroism just to pump him here, but I don't think that's worth it. We'll just curve out. Pro-white, so I can't even block the Corpse Knight if I wanted to, or rather with the Corpse Knight here. So we have a Goblin Smuggler. I think we're just going to race the opponent, especially with Moment of Heroism in our hand. We'll take the damage, pump up the Knight, hit them for 6, and then make our Knight a little bit bigger. Four mana. Agonizing Siphon to kill my Knight. Yeah, and just like that, and especially with that draw, we are losing pretty badly. There was merit for me not even pumping up the Knight. Oh boy. As if I don't pump up the Knight, then I can hold up the pump ability and the moment. Plus, it's still a fine defender in that case. If I gain 4, go to 7, they just hit me for 5. I'm not even going to show them the Moment of Heroism. And if I don't attack and pass the turn, they can just make their Unchained Berserker unblockable and hit me for 3. So, drawing 4 lands and 1 spell when keeping a 5-lander is not ideal. Flooded out pretty badly there. Green or white, so this doesn't hit any of their creatures. I think I'm going to cut the axe in this matchup and just bring in the skeleton. Unchained Berserker is going to be a problem, and so skeleton can be another blocker for them. Alright, game 2 of the first round, after keeping a 5-lander and then proceeding to draw 4 out of 5 land. Another very good hand here from us, though. This one, obviously, more powerful than our previous. We have the starting 1/2 in our hand already. And the Ancestral Blade can help pump up the Knight later on. So opponent's red-black splashing some blue. Drew our Moment of Heroism again. Temple of Epiphany, okay. There's a Sephara. I'm not going to play around a shock. Go for the pump. Because now we can get our Knight of the Ebon Hand out of Agonizing Siphon range if we just hit them for another 4 points of damage next turn. Alright, what do you have for 3 mana? Just a Pack Mastiff and a pass, okay. Well, again, we're going to attack with both creatures. And we'll go ahead and pump. Oh, I forgot to equip post-combat. That was a mistake. Hopefully they don't have a Chandra's Outrage, because if they do, I get very punished. Alright, phew, did not get punished. They just had a Fathom Fleet. Or sorry, Keldon Raider. And they pitch a Smuggler. I guess we just equip an attack. If they just take it, I could put them to 1. I guess that's the game plan. Nice 1-drop. Notably, if I'd remembered to equip the turn previously, I'd be able to play out the Fathom Fleet last turn. So, pretty big deal that I didn't equip. That 1 extra mana would have been very nice. Okay. And a Scorch Spitter. So they're probably going to hit me for 6 and hope that I don't have a way to push through, because they're on chump duty for the rest of the game. Oh, that's quite a draw. Alright, make them chump. And then we'll play Corpse Knight and hold up Moment of Heroism. They did show Active Treason last game, so could get wrecked by like an Active Treason into Bone Splinters, but it looks like they didn't have it, thankfully. Alright, Flood into kind of a screw. Let's just play a normal game of Magic, shall we? Let's just play a normal game. Here we are for game 3, round 1. And no turn 1 Knight, but our hand is great. Wow, opponent has Evolving Wilds every game, though. Another pretty solid hand here. We can go kind of ham with the Blood Burglar if they don't kill it. And we're going to lead with the Burglar here over the Blade, for sure. Because next turn I can like equip the Blade to the Burglar and bash in for 3 lifelink. Could also trade here if I want to, but I don't think we want to do that yet. Okay, well that was a good draw too, so... New game plan. Attack for 2, play the Knight, and then play the Blade. Must be nice to draw my Knight of the Ebon Legion every game. Okay, there's a Keldon Raider. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Good curve from OP as well. Looks like they're going to make their Mastiff unblockable. Sure. Wow, what a draw. Do I want to murder that? Yeah, I think I'm actually okay murdering their 4-3 here. And then equipping the Blade to the Burglar and bashing with everything, gaining 3 life and pumping up our Knight. Woof, what a swing. Looks like they had their Agonizing Siphon again. Sure, whatever. They still want to try to race my Blood Burglar, though, which is interesting. Happy to just attack in and gain 3 here. Let's run out our Dawning Angel. Didn't attack with a Soldier because if they kill my Dawning Angel, I want to be able to block. Aww, my Moment of Heroism. Womp womp. It's too bad. Still kind of just crushing the opponent here, though. There's some merit to trading, but I mean, man, I'm at 22 life, so even if they pump twice, it's like whatever, I'll take my 4. And yeah, let's just bash in, keep the Blade on the Burglar, so that if they want to trade, they have to double block. Which is obviously a great deal for me. Burglar put in a ton of work. And let's equip our Fencing Ace. 2/2 Double Striker, pretty darn good. Three mana spell. I mean, I could play around something like a Flame Sweep by equipping the Blade to my Dawning Angel, but I don't think that's necessary. So we drew Sanitarium Skeleton. Let's just attack for 7. They returned their Scorch Spitter and their Keldon Raider with the Soul Salvage there. Then I'll go ahead and move the Blade over to the Skeleton to block. If the need should arise. Alright, there's the Raider again. There goes their act of treason. And let's attempt to move the blade over to the angel. They do have a shock, it looks like. Sure. I think I'm okay trading my fencing ace for their Keldon Raider too. And then I'm going to go ahead and just play out my lands. We have Sephara in the deck, so I don't want to keep a land in my hand and then them play Mind Rot or Fen Lurker and make me discard a card, and then I top deck like Sephara and can't cast her anymore. Another Keldon Raider. They did not pitch the last card in their hand, so got a bit of a standstill here, but we have a bunch of flyers that we can eventually draw. That was also a pretty good draw. Lets me free roll attack with both. Good block. Let's go for a kill on the Raider. Into draw pacifism, not bad. But let's just return the skeleton and re-equip the blade for now. I don't think Pack Mastiff's a card I'm going to need to pacify anytime soon. Not with skeleton on my battlefield. Chandra's Outrage, that is extremely aggressive. That seemed poor, but I guess I'll take it. Boneclad, a pretty good draw. Let's exile their Smuggler. And then let's just make 2 3/3s. What do you have, friend? Oh, Blood for Bones. Yep. So they get their Keldon Raider on the battlefield, and then I guess maybe another one in their hand. No, what did they get back? Pack Mastiff. And then they discard Smuggler. Hey, there's our Sephara. I think here we just pacify, though. The reason I don't want a Sephara is they have at least one act of treason, maybe two. So if we just pacifism, put them to 1 life, have 2 3/3s, they're probably going to be in double chump duty. And yes, double chump duty it is. Oh, shoot. I could have won the game by bringing back my Sanitarium Skeleton last turn and then playing it as well. Whoops, I would have had 3 lethal creatures. Didn't even think about that, but we got there. Let's go to round 2. Alright, here we are for round 2 of our core set draft. Opponent has put me on the play. And I think I'm going to go ahead and risk this hand. Obviously need to draw some land, preferably swamps, but I can already cast 3 of the cards in my hand, so I think this is a fine keep. Ooh, this is going to be a really good keep if I draw swamp now for a turn 3 Audacious Thief. That is the dream. Swamp. Darn it. Alright, well, let's attack for 2. If they block, I'm definitely going to just use the Moment of Heroism. Wolf Rider Saddle, yes. Well, now we have a problem. 3 draw steps, no land. Just bad luck there. As with 15 lands in the deck, I'm like 75% to hit in the first 3 draw steps. Might be too late now. I mean, I guess we still have pacifism and murder, so if I can draw some swamps, we're still in it. Especially if the opponent doesn't do anything. Alright. No plays, and it was a swamp. So that is good for us. No end of turn like outrage either. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Just attack me for 3. I'll take it. You play Vorse Claw. I'll pacify the Vorse Claw. Attack in with both. Draw a card. Draw another land. Thicket Crasher, sure. And that seems like a fine pacifism target as well. And I'm going to go ahead and play the land pre-combat. Just in case I need a moment of heroism here. We'll just pass priority though. I think we want to hold the moment. And not just eat a Leafkin Druid. Okay. They are going to attack for another 3. No plays. Alright, let's go to combat. So, things this could be. A main deck natural end, a 4/4 Night Pack Ambusher. I am very confused if they're doing nothing. Chandra's Outrage? What in the world is going on here? If they're outraging, I don't know why they would let me attack, or yeah, attack with the Audacious Thief and get the extra card. Feral Invocation. Okay, I see. So I'm going to just let that happen because we have the Fathom Fleet, and this is our most efficient use of mana. Opponent clearly doesn't have something fat in their hand, as they would have played it by now. So unless they top deck it, we're actually sitting in pretty good shape because we have nothing but spells in our hand versus presumably some air in theirs. Now they could have another combat trick here, obviously. And in fact, they might have another Feral Invocation, but that's okay. We just want to buy time. Our hand is nothing but gasoline. 3/2 for 3, that's fine as well. And they are going to shuffle. Alright, Fencing Ace pass is the play for me now that I drew Blade Brand, because Fencing Ace double strike, blocks the wolf, Blade Brand, first strike, death touch, GG. Just like we drew it up, ladies and gentlemen. Just like we drew it up. Still 7 cards in my hand. Holy moly. Okay. How do we want to play this turn? Plenty of options. I think I'm going to go Knight. Plus Griffin. And if they attack with the Loaming Shaman, I can double block with the Griffin and Soldier, and they don't get to kill both. They can just kill the Griffin Sentinel. At some point I can set up a turn where I play Angel of Vitality and then Moment of Heroism, my Fencing Ace, to gain 8 life. Assuming all of the damage of the Fencing Ace goes through, but this is just easy double block for me. Oh, I can't double block! That's right. Haha. Wolf Rider Saddle. Alright. Chumping with the Ancestral. Chumping with the Soldier token, which is just a 1/1 anyways. Silly me. Oh, Icon of Ancestry. Okay. That's scary. Now they get to start drawing gas every turn, basically. Oh, I was going to say, if you activate your saddle and move it to the spitter, your dude would die. Man, no land love. Alright, let's do it like this. Let's move the blade over to the Fencing Ace. Let's attack with everything. Presumably they don't block. And then I get to moment gain 8. Okay, now I'm a little bit concerned and confused. Do they have a shock in their hand? Or they're just letting me eat their creature? Weird. Very weird. I'm 100% just gaining 4 life here by chumping. I have way too much action in my hand. Overgrowth Elemental, okay. There's our land. Let's play Angel of Vitality. And attack in with the Fencing Ace. I'm not saying I want to draw another swamp, but I'm saying it would have been nice. Alright, no blocks. Let's go for it. Moment of Heroism. I'm going to gain 4 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1. So each instance of the 4 double strike is going to gain 5 life because of the Angel of Vitality. And just like that, I'm back up to 19 life and opponent's on 1. Just dead to the Angel of Vitality flying over currently. I think I played this game maybe a little bit too aggressively, given how many action cards I had in my hand. I think I wanted to just survive until I could find my lands, which, I mean, eventually I kind of did, but look at all these cards still stuck in my hand. No blocks here, no reason to, even if they have Uncaged Fury, I'm only taking 12. Alright, so let's just bash with everything. And on to game 2 we go. Opponent on red-green elementals. I have a Noxious Grasp in my sideboard. That hits green, right? Yes, so we'll bring that in. Let's just take out the axe. I think I might just do this before the next round starts. Just take out the axe and bring in like the Blade Brand or something instead. Like, I don't need this pump when I already have 2 Ancestral Blades, I feel like. Let's see. Skeleton can often be good versus green if their creatures don't trample. Aerial Assault also fine versus green. We might want to bring this in. It's just another removal spell, but I think we're okay, right? We have Noxious Grasp, 2 Pacifisms, Murder, among other things, so Blade Brand and Fathom Fleet. Let's just go to game 2. Okie dokie, we are game 2 of round 2. Our opponent has once again put us on the play, and they are going to get overran. Holy crap, this hand almost looks constructed. Turn 1 Knight, turn 2 Fencing Ace or Blade, turn 3 Audacious Thief. Like, what in the world is this curve? Let's lead with Ace, as it deals the same amount of damage with Blade, but I can always choose to put the Blade on the Fencing Ace if I want to. So I could pump up my Knight here if I wanted, get an extra counter on it, but I think we just want to go with the Audacious Thief. This is a disgusting curve. We'll see if they have a 4-drop or something. Centaur Courser, that's not good enough. Alright, so the game plan here. Kind of like playing the Blade and equipping the Audacious Thief. And then attacking for 3. Get that extra card, hopefully find some removal. Trading's obviously fine. we can move it over to the fencing ace. I don't think I need to move it to the knight because I can just make the knight a 4/5 with a pump anyways. No plays. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm coming in. Right, click attack all. LOL GG. Alright, what do you got? So I'm going to pass priority, let first strike resolve first. See if they want to do anything. Is this just feral invocation? Alright, so they just have their feral invocation again. That's fine. We'll go for the pump then. They do get to eat my knight, but, or sorry, my fencing ace, but that's not a huge deal. And play out ace number 2. Another Leafkin Druid, no problem. Knight is such a messed up 1-drop. What in the world? Icon again, alright. That's going to be somewhat of an issue. I do need to kind of close out the game a little bit fast now. So, just going to attack with the knight here. Force the double, or threaten the double pump. I think they probably chump. This, what? Maybe they don't know it gets Death Touch? Might of the Masses doesn't save your dude. What in the world? My creature's a 5/6 now. Okay, I assume that was just a mistake on the opponent's part. Whoopsies. Like I said, the Knight is a messed up card. Also, it's multi-pumpable. I think a lot of people forget that. I think a lot of people assume you can only pump it once, but nope. Do you have 3 mana? Well, you can pump it. That's the answer. Alright. Equip here. If they don't block, I'm just going to mass pump. Hit them for the most damage that we can. And now they're just dead to the flyer next turn. Jesus. Knight of the Ebon Hand, or whatever, Ebon Legion, ladies and gentlemen. When 1-drops are that good, what can you really do? Alright, let's try to 3-0. Let's go to round 3. Here's the final round, round 3 of this Core Set M20 draft. On the draw, we have a very slow hand given what our deck is capable of, but still a keep nonetheless. Found ourselves one of our many 2-drops as opponent leads on Plains. Go, my little fencing ace. Pew pew. Stabby stabby. Raise the alarm from the opponent, alright. Fencing ace holds those off pretty well. Until it gets frost lynxed. Fair enough. And land pass. Might be taking 4 this turn. Certainly not going to murder any of those creatures. Griffin Protector. That, I think, is probably worth murdering end of turn. As with any creature play, they can just attack past my Dawning Angel. Now, obviously, they might play something like an Air Elemental here or whatever, but I think it's correct to kill the Griffin Protector. And I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Fencing Ace. They have to have a... Interesting. Alright, let's force out the Moment of Heroism. I was going to say, they have to have a removal spell for the Fathom Fleet, and I don't really care if they want to do it, something like that. It's not a huge deal. Daybreak Chaplain, okay. Bad news is I'm starting to flood out again. I've drawn 4 land and 1 spell. Yeah, because I kept a 4-lander. Jeez. I'm not going to block the Frostlinks, we'll just take the 2. Hopefully with all this land I can draw Safara or something. Griffin Protector, not a bad one. Let's make sure it resolves first before attacking with the Dawning Angel. Because if it doesn't, if I attack with Dawning Angel and then I cast Griffin and they convolute it, then I only have the 1/1 and they get to attack for 3. But the Griffin Protector holds off all of their team right now. Ancestral Blade was a pretty nice draw. It's going to trigger the Griffin. Yeah. Let's equip the Dawning Angel. And this means their Warden of Evos Isle doesn't trade away with my Dawning Angel. Good big old hit there. And then we can move the Blade over to the Fencing Ace, which once again holds off the entirety of their ground team. Another Raise the Alarm. Alright, so now I'm going to lose to something like Inspired Charge. So if you see the opponent attack with everything, that's a good sign that I'm going to get charged. Don't do it. Don't do it! Okay. Well, I don't think they have charge, for the record, if they're not attacking with Lynx in the last Soldier. So maybe they just want to try to poke in for some damage. The Fencing Ace is going to 100% block the Chaplain here. I don't think they have anything, not with this weird attack. Sure. Slightly confused. A Herald of the Sun? Oh no. Alright. We need to find something for that now. Another land ain't gonna cut it. Alright, let's move the Blade to the Griffin Protector. The reason I needed to move it here now is because they can pump their Warden with the Herald into a 3/3. Yeah, they're at 7 lands. Here comes the pump. Yep. Another Fencing Ace. Alright. Play the Fencing Ace. Attack for 4. So now they can't attack with the Herald, because the Herald cannot pump itself. This will be a close one. What do we want to draw? We want to draw quite a few things. Pacifism, Safara, Bladebrand would be fine. They're tanking about something. Troublesome. Certainly troublesome. Alright. They are going to attack with the Herald. I will happily block. Let's see if they just pump up their Warden, maybe? Yep, okay. Alright, well now I do have to... leave back my Griffin. Ugh, we drew another land, dude. Flood, flood, flood. So that means they didn't draw a land, though. Well, that'll kill me. Xaxes. Oh, they were thinking about playing the Inspiring Captain, it feels like. Yeah, they can go for lethal if they want. Dang it. We just needed to draw like 1 or 2 more spells and we were probably good, but Flood Out was no me gusta. Okay. Could bring an Aerial Assault here, but I think we just want to bring in the Noxious Grasp. Oh, I forgot to take out the Axe. That's what I forgot to do. It also feels like Heart Piercer Bow might not be the worst thing versus this opponent, but I don't think I'm going to bring it in. I think we'll just make the swap of Axe for the Grasp and go to game 2. Game 2 of the finals. We are down a game on the play here, and a pretty good hand. Fencing Ace with some blades to back it up. Seems good. Alright, opponent on a 6er. Let's see if this 3-lander, or yeah, this 4-lander will Flood Out as well. So we saw multiple Raise the Alarms from them, but I still think it's worth trading the Fencing Ace for Raise the Alarm if they have one there. And let's just develop out our flyer. Okay, they have a Warden. Now we will play the Blade. And I'm going to offer the trade with the Angel if they want to. I'd rather get in for more damage with the Fencing Ace. Hopefully that's not incorrect. Sure, that's whatever. Come on, deck. Don't do this. Too many lands. We're at 7 lands already and 4 spells. Yikes. There's our elemental. We can still attack into that though. No! Alright, if you're going to give me this many lands, give me Sephara. That's all I'm asking. If you're going to do this to me, at least give me Sephara. Okay, take 4, go to 16. Dawning Angel, yeah. Okay, that's pretty close to Sephara. I think I'm actually going to trade off the other Fencing Ace for Frostlinks right now so they don't have a good blocker later on, or a good chumper later on, I should say. Alright, I mean, if they don't have anything, they can't attack into the 5/5. Oof, another Frosties. Okay, they don't have a 2-turn clock on me though. Right, an attack for 7 puts me to 9. So not quite dead. Ah, Moment of Heroism. Okay, so I take 9, go to 7. I need to draw something now. And that is not going to do it. So we die next turn. GG's. Darn. I thought our deck was very good. Seemed to have flooded out there a bit in that match, but so it goes. Seems like our opponent's deck was fine as well. Never got to cast the Sephara though, which was unfortunate. But hey, at least this deck was a lot more fun and better than the previous, I believe, green-white deck that you guys saw last. Anyways, don't forget to check out all of my other content here on the MTGO Traders channel. Thanks for watching.